Hello everyone, it's Margaret here with 60 and Me. Welcome to my channel. Hope that you're doing well today. If you are new here, thank you so much for joining us for the first time. You know, as older women, we have got so many conversations to have with each other and so many wonderful things to explore. And today I want to talk to you about self-awareness. I think we spend a lot of our lives up until our 60s and 70s looking out for everybody else, our children, our partners, our friends, work colleagues. And now it's time to think about ourselves. And so I want to chat with you about ways you can techniques you can use to get to the heart of who you are as an older woman. Now, I just got back from a trip to Bali and I wanted to share with you, well, it was a wonderful trip and you probably have had a chance to look at some of the videos that I did along the way. But one thing that the group of women who I went with from 60 and Me said to me was, Margaret, why don't you do your cups of tea anymore when you start your videos? And I thought, you know, I stopped doing that about 5 years ago, I think, but people seem to love it. So I'm going to start again and share with you the tea that I'm drinking. Now, I'm a tea lover. I do love coffee, but I also love tea. This one is from a company called Ministry of Tea. It's called Tulsi Wonder Tea. Now, I've become more experimental with tea over the years, and so I'm drinking today this Tulsi Wonder tea. It's got Tulsi is a plant that grows in India and other places, but it's a very powerful healing plant apparently. And I'm not, by the way, recommending any of this. I don't have any relationship with this tea company. It's just one of from my cupboard. But anyway, it's got ashwagandha, black pepper, and this Tulsi blend, and it's called Wonder Tea. It's a very nice tea. I usually drink it in the morning. So cheers, everybody. Got your cup of tea or coffee together, and let's have a chat. Let's have a chat about self-awareness. Now, as a child and a teenager, young adult, you probably sat down and wrote journals. I've got boxes of them. Stories about who we are, what we think is important, what our values are. And this whole process is like one of the self-discovery. And we do it, I think, just to kind of, get a sense of what's important, understand our strengths, our weaknesses, and a map, like a roadmap of how we're going to navigate our lives. So it's a very powerful thing. It's not just a matter of, being kind of self-absorbed and self-aware, but it's really that power that it gives you to take action and go into your life with things that are important to you. So what are some techniques as you get older for practicing and gaining self-awareness? Now, the first thing, of course, now that we're a little older, we're able to set intentions in a way that we didn't have the ability to do when we were younger. We now know where we can manage the steps forward, where we perhaps get held back, but make some intentions. And then surrender. Now, Diana Robb is one of our bloggers, and she wrote this article, and I loved how she said this. I mean, it was, the build up to self-awareness of how important it is, and then just have the intention and let it go, relax. Trust in yourself and trust in the things that you can do, that you're able to do. One of the most powerful things that Diana talks about, and I'm telling you, I have all my life believed in this, and that is meditation. Now, it doesn't have to be a spiritual practice. It doesn't have to be associated with one religion or another, or even one meditation practice. It's basically just breathing. Breathing and, focusing on your feelings in a non-judgmental way. And that's the secret. It's so easy as we get older to start judging. That as you have a thought during meditation, you start judging that's a good thought or a bad thought, and you put it away. But the secret really is to let them all come, the thoughts that come with your breathing, and connect with that thought, connect with that breath, and take it further every time. I think it can calm you. Heaven knows we need enough calming at the moment with everything that's going on. It calms us. It allows us to focus on our breath and on the inner thoughts, the racing thoughts that come up. And as I said, don't judge, just let them come. Let them have their moment, let them have their strength, or put them to one side and say later, I'll take that later. Right now, I'll stay here, right here in this meditation. Creative visualization is another kind of interpretation or continuation of that. If you are able to close your eyes and visualize a scene or visualize a situation or a thought and create an image from it, create something that's real, not just a thought that's actually got some substance to it, and that can actually help you. And if you can imagine yourself in that future place you want to be. So for example, I'm going to lose 20 pounds. I want to lose 20 pounds. I need to do it for my physical health, for my mental health. I need to do this. And instead of just kind of doing a wishful thinking, well, I'll do this and that, and start planning, your steps, just imagining yourself what is going to be the positive of taking that action. You'll be healthier, stronger, be able to walk longer, travel more, play with your grandkids, live longer, live a happier, healthier life, all by losing some weight. Now that's just, of course, close to my own heart, and I'm doing, the things that I'm talking to you about. I'm not separate from you. I'm struggling along just like everyone else, but it gives you that inner peace and harmony and an actionable plan for where you want to go in the future. Diane also talks about self-hypnosis. Now, this is one that I'm not familiar with. I say that, but I think when I was in my teenage years, I did have someone do this kind of, it was just a kind of a play thing, but it did actually help me. I mean, it was really kind of going deep, shutting out everything else around me except for this moment. And if you are interested in self-hypnosis, a lot of people use it for breaking habits that they want to get rid of, smoking, for example, drinking. And, probably best to check out a therapist, someone who's qualified to take you through the self-hypnosis process. But that can be a really great way to focus and articulate your self-awareness. Another thing is breath work. Now, this may go along with meditation. Oh, it just dropped my tea. Or it may not. It may just be something that you do on its own, breath work. And it's very simple. I mean, sometimes we forget how important breath is. It's the first thing we do. It's the last thing we do. It's the breath of our life. And if you can do a breath practice that's, something like, breathe in 7, breathe out 7. Breathe in 7 and hold for 7 seconds. And then breathe out. Honestly, sometimes when I feel I'm getting overwhelmed by things, I'll have a cup of tea and then I'll also do some breath work. And even doing it for 3 minutes. I mean, I've actually, I deal with high blood pressure. I think you probably all know this. I've spoken about it over the years. I've been taking medication for blood pressure for 20 years. And I got it under control. But sometimes I feel like I can feel my pulse racing, and I just do a quick check. And if my blood pressure is high, higher than what it normally is, because it's pretty stable, I will sit down for 10 minutes and do breath work. And not only does it give me a self-awareness of my breath, but it also, in my case, it's not a medical advice, but in my case, always slows down my heart rate, slows down my breathing and my blood pressure. So breathing is a really powerful thing that you can do, and hold that note 7 seconds in, 7 seconds out, and then hold for 7 seconds. Really, I think helps a lot. This is a really cool woman. I found her on TikTok. Her name is Mel Robbins, and she talks about counting back from 5. And I've tried this, and I mean, it really works. There's something about numbers and just counting back from 5 that helps to reset your sort of awareness. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you almost can't remember what you were worried about when you started. It's a really funny thing. That's another thing. Recalling your dreams. Dreams is probably the last thing I'll talk about here, because dreams for me are powerful. I don't always dream every night, but if I set the intention when I go to bed, before I go to sleep, I want to dream tonight. I want to dream about something that's on my mind, and I want to remember it when I wake up in the morning. You'd be surprised. Just try it. I mean, I did this last night, and I come back from this trip I mentioned, and I was jet lagged a bit and just kind of not getting into sleep. And I just said, let me just take some self-awareness here. What's going on in my body? And believe it or not, I've been waking up every night at 3, 4. Today I woke up at 6. And that is really late for me. But it was really, really fun to just know that you can intentionally set your intentions in your dreams. Growth and healing, peace and calm, falling asleep with the intention of dreaming can really, really help you clarify. And then if you can tell yourself the dream, repeat it, you'll see things emerge. Things emerge that you maybe have got on your mind and very in the back somewhere, and you just want to get it out of your system. Finally, this is finally shadow side. This is something that Diana talks about. It's one of my favorite topics, because I am convinced 1,000,000,000% that people criticize in other people the things that they fear most in themselves. Elizabeth Kubler-Ross quote for me in my life. But it's that the dark side of ourselves is always manifest in criticizing, not always, often manifest in criticizing someone else for the very same thing. Do you find that to be the case? So self-awareness techniques for how to foster self-awareness in your 60s. Hope that you have found this useful. I use all these techniques myself, and perhaps you will try them too. Are you self-aware? Do you think you are self-aware? And if so, what techniques do you use? So thanks for being here, everybody. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We just passed 200,000 subscribers here on YouTube, and also, just ring that notification bell. I release 4 videos every week, and quite a bit now on other channels like YouTube Shorts, 1-minute videos, and also on Instagram, TikTok, and other places. And I'm so happy that we're reaching so many wonderful women like you, and I'm grateful. So thank you again for being here and for your love and support. Please leave some comments in the section below about self-awareness to help your sisters on their journey too. Lots of love. Take good care. Bye-bye for now.